What's up, YouTube? It's Starwolf. Now, why is everybody upset and mad at Z and Beyonce and Blue Ivy because they didn't stand during the national anthem at the Super Bowl yesterday? If I was at the Super Bowl or anywhere and they played that racist ass song, I wouldn't have stood either. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't have stood. The person who wrote that song, Francis Key Scott, he was racist. He was a slave owner. He didn't care about blacks trying to obtain their freedom either. So why should blacks participate and hold their hand up to their head, saluting the flag, saluting this country, saluting anybody that don't give a damn about them? What has America done for blacks? I mean, we really haven't done anything as a collective. We really haven't done anything for ourselves either. But what has America done for us? Nothing. Nothing but enslave us. I don't see how they can be upset at them. I never stood. If I was at a function, if I was attending some type of function and the Star Spangled Banner was played, the national anthem, I didn't stand. Anytime I've been in court and they say all rise when the judge walk in, I didn't stand. Whether I was incarcerated and in cuffs or I was just in there supporting somebody that was going to court, I never stood, ever. When I was in school, I didn't stand and hold my hand over my heart, especially during no Pledge of Allegiance. I don't pledge my allegiance to a flag and to this country that don't love me or my peoples. That's crazy. I would have sat down too. So what? And then you got people on Twitter talking about making comments like they should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed for themselves. Embarrassed at what? Who did they disrespect? Why should they be embarrassed? Why? Give me one good reason why they should be embarrassed. And then they was called a disgrace. And then some people were saying they anti-American, spoiled brats. They spoiled brats? How they spoiled brats? Because they rich and famous? And you feel like they should have stood because you stood? No, sir. No, sir. They shouldn't have stood. They should have did exactly what they did, sat down and just kept looking around and then waited for the game to start and enjoy the game. That's it. That's what they should have did. Anti-American. I'm anti-American. I don't like America. Fuck America and what it stands for. I'm very anti-American. So what? Fuck the flag and fuck that song. Oh, say, can you see? It's gay. Fuck that song. I would have messed up the lyrics on purpose. On purpose. If they would have ever gave me a chance at any function to sing that song, I would mess it up on purpose. So what? So what they didn't stand? Okay. America has done nothing. They have done nothing for us. They hate us. They don't like us. They want to be us. They want to steal our body parts and our organs so they can do as we do because they look at us as being an elite people, but they hate us. And you can't forget that. And you can't forget slavery. And you can't forget that that song was wrote during slavery, during the war. And it was wrote by Francis Key Scott, a slave owner who did not want slaves to obtain their freedom. Hell no, you shouldn't stand and participate in that. You giving energy to an entity that hates you and you don't even know it. And they love it when they pay certain black people to sing it. especially at Super Bowls, any type of national championships, because they know a large number of people are watching around the world. And people look at us crazy. Like, why is this person singing this? Why are they participating? Why are they participating in a ritual that they know nothing about? Saluting a flag. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand what the Pledge of Allegiance means? Do you understand that? I pledge allegiance to this flag. Do you understand just what I said? And you hold your hand over your heart. You will sit up and fight against your own brother because he's a Christian or a Muslim or whatever religion he is. But yet and still, you'll have your kids or yourself stand up and hold their hand over their heart and pledge allegiance to a fucking flag that doesn't represent or mean nothing to you. I pledge allegiance to this flag, to the United States of America. You have to understand what you're memorizing. Yes, you have to understand that. Even though I didn't stand in class, I memorized that shit because it was said every day. And I researched that shit. Not when I was younger. I was told about it, but I didn't really understand until I became older and wiser. And I researched that shit, and I researched every line of that shit. And that shit is devious. If you don't know, go research it and break that shit down so you can understand what it is that you pledge an allegiance to for real. Same goes with that Star Spangled Banner. They'll tell you that, yes, Francis Key Scott was a poet and he came up with the lyrics because during that wartime, you know, he was held captive or whatever. Yeah, right. Everything is done for a reason. It wasn't just regular lyrics. But anyway, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. And if you new, this the type of content you're going to get. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so you can get my videos when they drop. And make sure you share my videos on all social media platforms. All social media platforms. All right. Peace out.